He says to Harker Bay, Toronto Johnson. I call for a Moorish court on brother Toronto Johnson and anybody who's riding with him with this scandal with these videos of me and my wife frauding the people.
Check it.
I never saw my brothers and sisters serving these packages when I was with Daweed Ali and them and Taj and them used to come to Chicago.
I laid them old boys to rest. They was dead asleep anyway. Sleepwalking, they keep talking. I probably catch a charge and I don't care what any say. Nobody. Yeah, I'm the people's grand sheik and the people's grand sheik. Ain't seen a man I can't beat. Only the gods is my equal. You mortals, you just my sequel. You just my sequel. What the 85ers? Dip divers? Trying to symbolize us? You already dead. Who done got up in your head? Rent free. You wanna know who sent me? Who sent you? Leg, head. I tried to pull you out the bed, but you got up all groggy. Started talking real crazy, eyes foggy. Couldn't see through the fog. Then I had to bring the dogs, barking all up in your ear, acting like you don't care. Oh, you don't care? Like you don't preserve life. Oh yeah. And you really don't care, right? Oh, you don't care, right? Well, we gon' really check that, bet that, respect that. Since you said you ain't scared to die. I laid them young boys to rest. They was dead sleep anyway. I laid them old boys to rest. They was sleepwalking anyway. I'm the people's grand sheik. I ain't seen a man I can't beat. I laid them young boys to rest. They was sleepwalking anyway. I would take you on any day. Michigan, New York, Cali, where you at? What you thought? From that town to Baltimore, everybody on the road is all raw. They ready, choppers. I don't really think you want the problem. Hold up, wake the thought up. Back to a law, leg, head. I try to get him out the bed, sleepwalking anyway, sleepwalking anyway. Wake up, keep talking, sleepwalking anyway. Wake up, I don't care what any say. Nobody. I'm the people's grand sheik and the people's grand sheik. I ain't seen a man I can't beat. Never. You mortals, you just my sequel. You mortals, you just my sequel. Only equals is the gods. You mortals, that's my sequel. I see dead people. Hey. I see dead people. I laid them old boys to rest. They was dead sleep anyway.
I never saw my brothers and sisters serving these packages when I was with Daweed Ali.
I laid them young boys to rest. They was dead sleep anyway. Hey, people's grand. Ain't never met a man that I can't beat. No. The gods is my only equal. That's it. You mortals, you just my sequel. That's it.
I call for a Moorish court on brother Toronto Johnson and anybody who's riding with him with this scandal or with these videos of me and my wife frauding the people.
I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. I be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember, that's right. I be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. If you a friend of the Moors, then you a friend of mine. I was told to watch my enemies, now hold my line. Those that speak against the prophet, they speak against me. And I'm speaking about the prophet over Drew Ali, who was the first to remind you and bind you back to Morocco, the mountains, Mississippi, and Quebec. Told you you wasn't black, proved it with straight facts. You tripping off trucks, you need to be tripping off that. Now here we go again, acting like you a slave. Family, see y'all tonight, 9:30. Let's go. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. I be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. Yeah, they love Lil Yachty. Future. Check, check. Check, check. Check, check. Check 1, 2. Crip say I'm doing too much. I'm just looking above my head. That's all. What's wrong with that? ODB say I got a nail gun. I'm fixing the deck.
Tahaka, why are you looking up at me? Can you stop looking up at me?
I'm just playing.
Tahaka, stop looking up at me.
I'm just playing.
Stop.
No.
Stop.
No. Just playing. Too sensitive.
I said stop.
No. I'm just playing. Shoot. Play too much. Can you? Hey, look. You know what's funny, right? Somebody had the nerve to ask me. I ain't playing. My wife, she heard me on the phone too. Somebody had the nerve to ask me, did I do something to the picture? Is sis really? I'm gonna leave that though. I said, nah, beautiful, sis, beautiful. I said, that's her. I didn't alter the picture. He was like, did you, what they call the thing, Photoshop it? I said, nah, that's the real deal. He said, I Photoshopped Big Shirley. I said, no, indeed. I said, that's her. They're right there. That her. Man, our people crazy, man. For real, man. You listen, you gotta find humor in this journey, man. If you don't find humor in this journey, you're gonna be a miserable fool. I'm trying to tell you, I find humor in everything. I try my best. Yes, stop. Because really, people talk about why you do that to the sister. You didn't Photoshop. I didn't Photoshop. Now, what you talking about? Photoshop the sister. The lights all messed up a little bit. Let me just step back a little bit. But anyway, family, today is one of them shows, man, that I really, the thing is, this is one of them shows where, we be like, she can protect me. She can protect me.
Now, sis, you gonna ride with the Huckabee on this?
Y'all better stop. She be going to court with that other guy that's taking me to court. But anyway, this is a show that I really, come on, why should we be doing a show about a young brother that got caught up in that just got caught up in the rhetoric and nonsense of hype, lies. This brother, like we live right now. Many of y'all are sitting home or sitting somewhere where you are at least in a position to own a cell phone, a computer, or something. You have a luxury. This young brother is sitting in prison. You hear what I say? This young brother is sitting in prison right now. And while he's sitting in prison, bear in mind that he got a wife and children at home. You hear what I say? While he's in prison, he has a wife and a child at home. We, right here on YouTube, ready to review the mistakes that the brother made so we can hopefully influence our loved ones not to make these same mistakes or influence someone that watches this broadcast not to make the same mistake. One of the things somebody say, he knew that before he hopped on the plane and got hemmed up. Exactly. But in this world, cryptonomics, it's something that the elders or the old folks used to say, that God look after babies and fools. And so if we are unfolding into our God self, we have to use this as an example to look out for some babies and fools. So of course he knew and chose to make that decision to jeopardize the livelihood of his family by going towards Florida and going towards Florida, making it to Florida by himself. Now remember, liberation is a group effort. One person gets liberated, that's a spiritual liberation, an economical liberation. But for social liberation, national liberation, it takes a collective. So number one, for our brother to head to Florida to raise money for ozone by himself is a bit odd. I'm not leaving my wife, my children, to go and raise money for my brother, for my sister.
not even for my mother, without a team and a plan. Without a team or plan. Because in a situation like this, you need a team and a plan. He was on the New Black Panther Party podcast under Crystal Muhammad, real quick. And he was, I think he was on there with OC the Great. And the sad thing about that is, one moment, the sad thing about that is that all the people that he had affiliated himself with, not one of them, and I mean not one of them, came to court. You hear what I say? Not one of them, I say affiliate himself because he was in the number on some of these podcasts with these same people, but not one of them came to court for moral support, to stand beside his wife, to hold his wife's hand and say, it's going to be all right, sis. Not OC, all of these people screaming Black power, but you don't even show up to empower a family to be strong. This is the sad part about it. This is the part that I was reporting on 2 years ago when Grandmaster Jay jumped out that car and for the Arbery case. I seen this coming. And I tried to warn people. Whether these people are full-fledged agents or not, when you let them influence you or your children, that's one more brother who now cannot own a weapon, most likely. Because once you a convicted felon in some states, you're done. Now, they got laws where you can try to get them things back. But one of the things that happens in our community is the disarming of our young brothers. So they flood the hood with guns because we don't make no guns. And in this social media era, they inspire people to grab guns however you can get them, by the way of rap music, by the way of Grandmaster Jay, Crystal Muhammad, and the likes. They inspire them to get guns irresponsibly so they can take your ability to be a gun owner. Y'all hear what I say? I'm going to talk to you for a minute. They are setting up our young generation in ways that our young generation don't see it coming. They get them all emotional. Get yourself a gun. They get them all turned up. We need to defend our Black woman. They get them all fired up. We need to patrol our own communities. They never defend a woman for number one. Never. They never patrol the community unless they're trying to recruit. Giving away a little bit pizza. Giving away some chips from Kroger's, Sam's Club. Giving away a couple Coke. But those are recruiting techniques. They don't go to the dope boy and say, man, stop selling dope on this corner to your people. Because the dope boy gonna rock your skull. See, the dope boy ain't gonna play with you like it's a podcast. See, you can talk that slick stuff to Brother Tahaka Bay through a camera. But I like to take my camera and follow you when you tell the dope boy stop killing your people. See, it's easy to say that you're going to rescue this person and that person. It's easy to turn on the camera and when there's a march going on, you join the march screaming and hooping and hollering Black Power. But see, it ain't so easy walking up on one of these inner city streets or one of these serious spots down the South and tell people stop doing what they've been doing for years. See, turning on this camera is easy. Anybody can do it. Anybody can buy a bullhorn. Anybody can buy a cell phone. Anybody can turn on the camera and say virtually whatever they want. Anybody can march, talk crazy to the police, talk crazy to each other through the camera. But you ever notice that none of them talk crazy to the people that look like us, that is perpetuating the death of us? None of them. Name one. Name one. See, and somebody might say, well, why don't you? Why don't you? In fact, I don't believe in your approach. So when I talk to young people, I try to show young people another side of life, as opposed to like y'all acting like you gorilla, like you really gonna do something. You're gonna pull up onto Arca Bay with a camera on. Pull up on the dope boy with a camera on. All I did was say some words. I don't sell dope. I don't shoot people. All I did was say, you scam people. Pull up on the dope boy. He wants some smoke. I don't want no smoke. Gucci Man Jeezy. Pull up on the dope boy. He wants some smoke. You know he do. You can pull up on him. I mean, go pull up on him. You talk that foolishness to me like you're crazy. That's why I don't pay you no mind. You see what I'm talking about? That's why I don't pay you no mind. But today, family, I just want to go over a few things with you, you know what I mean, and let y'all call in and see if I want to see what y'all think. I want to hear what y'all got to say, man. I want some Black Power, real Black Power people, not the ones that went underground. Y'all stay underground. But all those that still have a voice and that's still serious about the liberation that you claim to espouse to. If you're watching tonight, I want to hear what you have to say. I want to see what people have to say about this. In fact, let me see if I can call one on the line. Let me see. Let's make this interesting. They watching anyway. Let's make this interesting. Let's make this interesting real quick. Let me see. Let me see if I can do something. Let's see. He ain't gonna answer. He watching. Let me see. And I like this one here. Let me see. That's right. You watching. That's right. You watching. Come on, pick up. Pick up. Come on, pick up. Pick up. Hey, brother, if you watching, I wasn't going to come for you. I was just going to ask you a few questions. But anyway, at the end of the day, family, let's get into it. First of all, bro was found guilty. And he didn't even have the support to put up a fight. He didn't even have the support to put up a fight. He took a plea of no contest, right? He took a plea of no contest. And rightfully so, because at the end of the day, he's probably thinking like he should have been thinking from day one. He's probably thinking like, I'm gonna throw the link up in a minute. He's probably thinking like, dang, I'm really on my own. You follow me? I'm really on my own. So I got to do what's right for me at this point. Because there ain't nobody coming. All of that talk, all of that hollering, ain't nobody coming. Watch this. Let me change this to you real quick. Share this with you real quick. Here we go. So this is when a charge broke.
Shooting an officer in Daytona Beach. Learning new details about a man investigators say came to Florida to support a man accused of shooting an officer in Daytona Beach. Good afternoon, I'm Karen Parks. Now that accused cop shooter, Othel Wallace, remains in jail. Investigators say he shot Officer Jason Rayner after a confrontation last month while Rayner was on proactive patrol. Here, body cam video shows the moments leading up to when investigators say Wallace shot Rayner before fleeing to Georgia. Wallace was found a few days later hiding in a treehouse outside of Atlanta. That treehouse was on the property of a black militia group known as the NFAC. All of this as another man is in jail after investigators say he traveled here from Tucson, Arizona to show support for Wallace. That man, Kentay Thomas, appeared in court yesterday. Channel 9 Chantel Navarro is digging into this situation.
Now, here we go. Remember, he traveled from Arizona and walks right into a trap. He walks right into a trap, whether he know it or not. But here you go.
Yeah, we're learning some disturbing details about this man's background. Now, these court documents break down what initially got the attention of detectives. It says he's tied to both the new Black Panther Party for Self-Defense and the NFAC, two groups.
You see that? Now, whether that's true or not, these groups have perpetuated the idea that this behavior is acceptable to young people and to people who are oppressed. Now listen, being a part of a legitimate organization is an honorable thing. But I'm telling you that most of this stuff is illegitimate. Like, there's nothing wrong with being part of a gun club. There's nothing wrong with being a part of militia. There's nothing wrong with being a part of an organization that fights for liberation. But this stuff is fraud. And all it is a dragnet. I'm not saying all of them. We got people in the new Black Panther Party that is real. The light ain't come on yet. They ain't wake up yet to find out that the leadership ain't about no liberation. It's a field trip. It's a field trip. Everybody in NFAC that was walking behind Grandmaster Jay figured it out. It was a field trip. It was a day trip. They took a few field trips, and then they figured out, man, this stuff ain't going nowhere. This guy don't know what he's doing. This guy's a fraud. What is he walking us into? And that's what I know to be true. Here you go.
That support violence against law enforcement and connect him to Othel Wallace.
Law enforcement's watching him and observing him because we were tipped off that basically he was coming here to cause trouble.
Court documents show an anonymous call gave a tip to officers to check out this video.
I got a handgun. I got my AR.
You can see Kentay Thomas tucking an AR-15 into his sweater and bragging about a confrontation with officers. In another...
Now, let me stop there. Now, people watch this stuff. You mean tell me that none of these people that he connects himself to or that they claim he connects himself to, he talked to Big Shirley. Nobody never told him that wasn't a good idea. But remember, how many people came on Morris World TV and the first thing they do is just hold their guns up? Y'all remember that? Ali Muhammad? The first thing they do. The first thing they do. Listen, this is what I mean about influence. The first thing they do, they come on Morris World TV, which is a popular platform, especially dealing with the Grandmaster J demonstration at that time. And the first thing they do, OC the Great, he as Made the Alchemist, he's sitting up there, click, click. They changed the date. Click, click. They changed the date. You feel me? So when you have somebody that's impressionable and live in Arizona, which is one of the more racist states in the United States, there's no wonder he would imitate and demonstrate that which he's seen. But nobody told him that that wasn't such a great idea. Nobody. There we go. There we go. This is your leaders. See, he is paying for and taking responsibility willingly or unwillingly right now. But what about these leaders? What about these leaders? Nobody says nothing to them. Nobody says nothing to them that they are spewing this rhetoric. And they actually even talk to, do podcasts with. One sec, let's finish this.
Video, Thomas says he's ready if law enforcement messes with him.
See this indicator? Now it's sticking up. Y'all know what that means? Ready to go.
We were tipped off that he was coming into the area and that he has ties to at least one or two black militia groups. He is an Othal Wallace supporter. He's made very vocal statements that Othal Wallace is a hero to them.
Documents show police tracked down Thomas in Daytona Beach, where they found him with an AR-15 rifle, a handgun, hundreds of rounds of ammo, and level 4 body armor that could withstand a round from a handgun. He was arrested on concealed carry charges after documents show his license was suspended in Arizona.
I just feel like he's painting the wrong narrative. Okay.
Thomas's public defender says he was exercising his First Amendment rights during that video. Although after multiple outbursts from Thomas, the judge decided Thomas posed a danger to the community, changing his $1 million bond to none.
See what I'm talking about? Thank you, Star Walker. Star Walker, Elroy. See what I'm talking about? Nobody dropped the line in his ear and said, brother, that's not not a smart thing to do. Because I'm sure when Big Shirley had him on New Black Panther Party podcast, I'm sure that they was talking a whole bunch of rhetoric, but they didn't give no type of wisdom or advice. And let me tell you something. As Yasmin said, a danger to the community. Man, he still has a child mind. I agree 1,000%. But those who are underdeveloped, if you will, in our community need to be put on point before these scammers and these weird people get them to do things that they would naturally do themselves. See, Big Shirley is not traveling there if no camera is there. If there is no big story, Big Shirley is not showing up. You hear what I say? So Ozone was already locked up. The story is marinating. She's not going there unless the story is live and in effect. Big Shirley shows up for big stories, but they got to be active, meaning that there have to be some news cameras around. There have to be some police around. There have to be some marching around. There have to be some stomping around. Don't that sound familiar? That's what all of them seem to do. That's what all of them seem to do. That the only time that we see what they call boots on the ground, and I'm talking about these YouTubers. I'm not talking about you freedom fighters that are boots on the grounds day in and day out, week in and week out, that don't get no credit. I'm not talking about y'all. You know what I mean? Like Gorilla Mainframe. I'm not talking about Gorilla Mainframe. I'm not talking about Huey P. Newton Gun Club. I'm not talking about them, because I've actually seen Talib Huey P. Newton Gun Club active without a camera. So I'm not talking about them. Crip say, I'm wondering who tipped the police off. Probably the same ones that tipped off GA police to get Ozone. Ain't that ironic? Led into the lion's den. Same way Big Shirley did them. Either way, they was waiting on Spike to land in Florida. Ain't that something though? That over 2 years ago, I was calling this, that this was the ultimate goal. Remember I said the ultimate goal is, like, people like, why you keep doing this? Why you keep doing this? Why you keep doing this? You did all them shows about Grandmaster Jay. Why you keep doing this? Why you keep doing it? I said, because the ultimate goal is to get people after the fact. It wasn't about getting people during the march. Heck, it was too many. But it was to get names. It was to get profiles. And it was to get stragglers like we see with our brother. And what I mean by stragglers, those that may not participated in the marches, those that may not participated in Louisville, or I think it was one in Louisiana, whatever, that they are the stragglers, that they still felt the vibration and they like, man, I'm with this thing. And now they pick it up on the back end and bam, there you go. But those facilitators never, ever step out there. That's right. Diamond Hands said it. Goals are to identity and to identify, I think he meant to say, and disarm. That's what it is. That's the ultimate goal. And so these people are putting you in a position to be irresponsible. They're putting you in a position to be irresponsible. And you be irresponsible. And once you're irresponsible, game over. Game over. Game over. And let me tell you something. All of this happened under the Trump administration. And this is why Trump is in the profile. All of this happened under Trump administration. Let me show you something. Grandmaster Jay was activated under the Trump administration. Malik Zulu Shabazz, it had appeared that he was passing the torch to Grandmaster Jay. And that's why I feel Malik would always say, when we was having conversation, man, show me the proof he's an agent. I said, brother, you've been watching my show and you saying, show me the proof. I said, you starting to sound funny now. I said, you are an attorney. You are a researcher. You cannot tell that this guy looks a little bit off as it relates to a freedom fighter. You claim to be around Dr. Khalid Muhammad. You claim to be the chairman of the new Black Panther Party. Twice. You mean tell me that this guy don't look funny and you having access to research that I don't have and you haven't discovered it? You starting to sound funny. And if anybody wants to know, he said, how I know you not an agent? I said, come to Baltimore and see. And that's when the tables turned, because at that point, I began to really look at Malik Zulu Shabazz in a way that I never had before, because there is no way that you can support or try to defend a person where all the evidence is there. And you're not just a regular person, a common person. You're an attorney whose life depends on research, or whose career supposedly depends on research. So the access that I have, yours should be triple that. Didn't make sense to me. So now I got to figure out who you are. And then when I went to look out and see, man, this guy ain't did nothing. This guy fronting. Start to look at stuff. You start to hear things that they accuse him to be complicit, allegedly, in the death of Khalid Muhammad, to be complicit, allegedly, in the death of Hashim, to be complicit in talking and trying to agitate the minister Louis Farrakhan for no apparent reason. Like, he's never been a Nation of Islam. Why? Why would you be so rude to the minister? I don't know. You don't agree with him philosophy wise. You don't teach a spiritual teaching. You don't teach a social teaching. So you can't really disagree. I don't get it. So I'm like, man, this look crazy. I'm like, this man look crazy. Then the more and more I look, he comes off as an ambulance chaser, trying to find somebody case that he can grab and get a cut. Trying to find any type of case where he can put his name on it, go and negotiate the payout and get paid. He's a civil attorney. He's a civil attorney. So let's keep it moving. I'm going to breeze through this. So our brother, this is not to, hold up now. Our brother, this is not to bash you, and I'm speaking to Kentay, Spike. This is only, and I hope when you do get out that you give these frauds the blues for their participation in your situation. So anyway, I don't need that. So here you go. He pled guilty to no low plea no contest on 2 gun charges, if you will. No contest pleas, also known as nolo contendere, Latin for I do not contend, are like guilty pleas in that they cannot be negotiated by they can be negotiated by a defense attorney and prosecuting attorney, and that declaring innocent from the charges is off the table. But there's one key difference. A defendant never has to actually admit guilt. Once a no contest plea is entered, the court will determine an appropriate punishment or sentence, but the defendant will not have a guilty conviction on their record. So maybe that may save his gun license. I will look into that further, or being a gun owner. But I know that the judge had confiscated his weapons for no return. A no contest or nolo contendere plea accepts a negotiated punishment without formal declaration of guilt. So, as Cryptonomics just put up, they took the weapons he had, but now will he be able to be a gun owner in the future? Time will tell. Not sure about that. Oh, and body armor too. So, the moment that you are disarmed, you are vulnerable. This is why there's such a big campaign to get young people in our community invested in reckless behavior. Because once you get caught out there, you're done. You're done. Hold on. If I'm not mistaken, this is his attorney. This is, if I'm wrong, forgive me. This is his alleged attorney, because I couldn't do a lot of research on it. But I think her name is, what's her name? Or Channel Lloyd. Yeah, I had to do a little look up on the Channel Lloyd. But you know what? What I discovered? That, man, I think she's a good attorney, but her expertise, criminal civil litigation trial lawyer offering representation to individuals, family, or groups who have suffered catastrophic harm or wrongful death. Anybody that knows, remember they say that lawyer from the Cochran firm. Anybody that knows the Cochran firm, most of the litigation is civil. And when you're talking about litigation, you're talking about being able to negotiate. And so I'm almost 1,000% sure that she negotiated this deal, because most likely there was no way out, according to this lawyer and her expertise. She's a negotiating attorney. Most litigation attorneys are negotiating attorneys. And when you claim to be Black Power liberator, it's no time to negotiate. And that's a young brother that don't know. There's no time to negotiate. You have to do everything you can do to get back out into the fight. But that fight is not the real fight. That fight he was into, that wasn't a real fight. I mean, one person trying to raise, like, listen, they've been trying to raise $100,000 since last year for ozone. You know how much they got? Somebody stole 50,000. Like, come on. Somebody stole 50,000. Somebody stole 20,000. They ain't get to the 100,000 yet. And they have been going on internet to influencers. this one brother is going to raise what for ozone? And no one said that's not a good idea? Brother, go to work tomorrow. Save your money. Take the babies to Disney World. Take the babies to go-kart riding. Stop it. Take the wife out to PF Chang's. Come on. Don't take the bread and walk into a trap. I'm just trying to give some people some advice. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, and I just wanted to know a little bit about her, the judge, and Judge Elizabeth Blackburn was appointed to the bench in 2015. Prior to becoming a judge, she was a prosecutor and homicide division chief in the state's attorney office. So she don't play. Like, I don't know if these freedom fighters know what they really into, but if you really into it and you get yourself hemmed up, at least educate yourself on who you're up against. She is board certified in Myrtle. I said Marshall, and Myrtle and family law, and has served as the chair of an undergraduate and master's degree from the University of Kansas, and a Juris Doctor from Stetson University College of Law. She's currently hears criminal and drug court cases at the S. James Foxman Justice Center in Daytona. What somebody say, Y2K is banking with every donation. Wake up, people. Johnny do right. Yeah. Yeah. We next week, this week coming. I got you, Johnny. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. I got you. I'm going to show you the electronic Fed trap. I'm going to show you the electronic Fed trap. There is a few groups out here that have electronic Fed traps. In other words, where they get your information in clandestinely and get you on the list. See me, I'm a YouTuber. You can't mistake me. It is what it is. I'm a YouTuber. I put it all on the line just to tell you what it is. And I just want go work, take care of the family, take care of the community, and do what I can do. You follow me? That's all I want to do. I want people to get jobs and trades. I want people to build communities. I want people to create economies within their circle of community, whether it's their neighborhood, whether it's their city, whatever. That's where I'm at. I mean, but here we go. I've noticed that China, she had been on 2020. She had been on ABC. She even dealt in a little politics on the Al Sharpton show. So you know what that tells me? What that tells me is that this attorney, what that tells me is that this attorney is camera friendly as it relates to a national media. If I am facing some situation of that degree, I'm not so sure that I will want an attorney who plays to the camera. Not saying that's what she does. I'm just saying that she's been on a lot of shows. Maybe they call her for an opinion. So when I say play to the camera, I mean answer the call and be on the camera all the time. I don't think I would be comfortable with that. I just don't think I would be comfortable with that because my life is at stake. You know, 2 years of his life is at stake. And then, at that, when you look at the Cochran firm, you would notice that most of their advertisements are auto truck accidents, civil rights police abuse, environmental toxic exposure, medical malpractice, personal injury, wrongful death. And when you look at it, founded over 50 years ago, the Cochran firm is one of the nation's premier plaintiff litigation, personal injury, wrongful death, medical malpractice, civil rights, product liability, and the last one is criminal defense. Listen, if you find yourself in a compromising situation, you will want the criminal defense law firm to be up front over here somewhere. The Cochran firm is one of the nation's premier criminal defense law firm. That's where you would want it at. You follow me? That's where you would want it at. And then followed by personal injury, wrongful death, because these are attorneys that wrote this about the firm, and uh, uh, um, these descriptions are strategically placed in order to invite people to inquire about their services. So they're fishing for personal injury, wrongful death, medical malpractice. Martel McCoy said, if you're in that situation, you should plead the fifth and claim that they have no jurisdiction over you per the Treaty of Morocco. Now he back. See what happened. Yeah. See what happened with that. You know what I mean? Now, all right, here we go. Cases we handle. So I went to another one. The criminal defense attorneys, and I just went, and just to be fair for the Cochran firm, I went to see what type of criminal defense they handle, just to be fair. Because I like to be fair and give everything. So it says the criminal defense attorney at the Cochran firms are equipped to handle all types of criminal charges, including those that may seem minor. It is important to remember that trying to navigate the criminal justice system on your own puts you at the mercy of prosecutors and judges who are most concerned with getting a conviction. Our defense attorneys are concerned with protecting your rights, have the resources and tenacity to help secure the most preferable outcomes possible. Our criminal attorney lawyers are prepared to represent people charged with, listen to this, violent crimes, murder, drug-related crimes, marijuana, white-collar crimes, computer crimes, fraud, embezzlement, and extortion. Do you know that gun crimes are big in our community? I'm just saying. Not to knock the Cochran firm. I'm just saying for the young generation, know what you're doing. And when you look at our sister China's services from LinkedIn, personal injury, family law, entertainment law, business law. You mean tell me Malik or nobody had any contact with the brother? This, you know what this sound like? This sounds like his wife had to do all the groundwork herself. Again, left alone. That's what this sounds like. That's what it looked like. It looks like she was left on her own to figure this out. Or maybe family members to figure this out. But all of these people that was in them videos with the brother, long gone. Watch this. Date of conviction for 2022. In the name and by the authority of the state of Florida. Hold up. Is it up? Let me pull it up. My bad. This is going to be a quick show tonight. I'm about to open the floor, see what y'all got to say. In the name and by the authority of the state of Florida, the sheriff of the above referenced county and Department of Corrections, greeting. The above named defendant has been duly charged, convicted, adjudicated guilty, and sentenced for the offense set forth in the attached certified copies of the indictment. Information, original judgment, adjudicating guilt, and sentencing order. In addition to the original judgment or judicial supervision has been revoked subsequent to the entry of the judgment adjudicating guilt. A certified copy of the order revoking supervision rather than a duplicative judgment adjudicating guilt is also attached to support of this commitment. Now, therefore, this is to command you, the said sheriff, to take and keep, and within a reasonable time after receiving this commitment, deliver the defendant into the custody of the Department of Corrections. And it is to command you, the Secretary of the Department of Corrections, to keep and imprison the defendant for the term of the sentence. Herein, fail not. They lay that demonstration out. And this is on the 22nd day of October. He's taken away from his family. And that's it. And now his wife got to figure it out. She got to figure it out. For them babies, she got to figure it out. And she will. I spoke with her. She will. She will. And I will also put the link that if anybody want to support her, you know what I'm saying? If anybody, somebody said April, not October. It's 22 day of October. Oh, well, I said October, my bad, of April. Yeah. So I will put the link in the description when I'm done. I didn't have time today. I've been running around. You know what I'm saying? Somebody, More the Truth, said, peace and love, GS. Had to give the YouTube a break for a while. Just got tired of the fake BS. I feel you, bro. And after this one, we're going to turn up real hard this week. You're going to be surprised. I hope I'll surprise you when I do it. Anyway, Lil Boss Baby has court next month. Do you think he would show up to court, Tahaka? Little Boss Baby has court next month. Do I think he will show up to court? I think you're talking about Darren Boss Talk. Of course he's going to show up. Of course. Darren, he's the type of person that whether he's out here in the free world or if he's locked up, he can participate in the behaviors of the LGBT community freely. So if he goes to jail, he will be fine. He will be fine. He will be fine. He he most likely will cheat on his wife while he's in jail. He almost definitely will cheat on his wife while he's in jail because he actually, we're talking about Darren Bostock, Karen Bostock. He actually, when she got the band back, I told you on social media, she was complaining that it smelled like boo-boo. So if he cheats on his wife while he's in the world of the free, then you already know if he goes to jail, then he's going to cheat on his wife because he's a cheater. See, once a cheater is always a cheater unless he gets some help, you know, and he needs some help. There's no way that he should have that van smelling like boo-boo. He's a cheater. You know what I'm saying? That's what he is. Now, unless he gets some help, he may be redeemed from his cheating, but he's not seeking no help. He's not trying to do better. He takes that van, he drives in them little parking lots on the hillside, where they got them little. That's what the word is. They got them little soda pop shops or little mechanic shops. He pulled right behind them, and hey, and he been caught a couple times out here. But whatever the case may be, so he don't mind going to jail. He is the type of person like, oh no, you don't have to take it. Listen, just be easy. You know what I mean? He the type of person.
You know what I mean? You don't have to take it. You don't have to take it. Be easy. Be easy. You don't have to take it.
And so that's just what it is. I just tell the truth. That's just what it is. I made a little joke at the end, but nah, he's gonna show up to court. He's not tripping off of that. You know what I mean? And then you got to look where he's from too. Where he's from, everybody knows him for marching with the rainbow flag. Everybody knows him. Only on the internet do they think he's was a former militia person. He's never marched in a militia. They wouldn't accept him. You know what I'm saying? Even the fake Grandmaster Jay wouldn't accept him. So only on the internet is he's boss talk. Only on the internet, only on YouTube, his little people that follow him, you know what I mean? On YouTube, he's boss talk. But around his area, yeah, he's a homosexual. It is. Ain't nothing wrong if that's what you want to do. It's just something in the Moorish Science Temple of America where he said, Prophet Noble Drew Ali said, there's nothing wrong. What he says, if you choose to be, and Prophet Noble Drew Ali says a Christian, it's right for you. So if Darren choose to be Sweet Patty and let somebody beat him with a batty, why would I be mad at? I'm not going to be mad. I'm just saying, just be yourself. Stop taking your wife to that turmoil. Stop taking your family through that turmoil. You see? We see his sister is more man than him. His sister actually came out and lived her truth. Anybody? I'm going too far? No, his sister is more man than him. She lives her truth. You see? Yeah. Do I need to do a show and prove on that? She lives her truth. But he playing games. But back to the show. Yeah. No, this is for real. She lives her truth. That's right. Kiss another woman right in the mouth. Live on social media. Mwah. Yeah, she's a thoroughbred. When it comes to her truth. It's her truth. So shout out to Darren Bostock. Look, somebody look. Johnny Do Right said, that's true. His sister has a white girlfriend. Yeah, I'm just not making this. Y'all think I'm clowning. I know you do. You think I'm clowning. I'm really not clowning. This is for real. I'm telling you. All right. Yeah. Grand, she keep playing. Come on. Okay. Okay. I think y'all need to go and see. It's a channel called. Matter of fact, let me show you something. Let me hold up 1 second. Let me see if I can find it. I'm gonna put the link right here. What's that channel called? Go something. Anybody know that channel? It's called Ghost something. Anybody seen that channel? I forget the name of it. Somebody put it in the chat. It's called Ghost something. Anybody know? Ghost. I want to put the link in the chat because people think I'm playing. They do extraordinary research over there. They don't play with you. You know what I'm saying? They don't play with you. They don't give no fugazi research like people try to troll my social media and my family social media. Nah, the ghost soldiers. There it is. Ghost. See, they don't do that old fake research. You see what I'm saying? They don't do that fake research where they troll your social media. Nah. They do some different type of research. You follow what I'm saying? Yeah. It's called Ghost Soldiers. I'm gonna put the link right here. Y'all think I'm playing. If y'all think I'm playing, let me see if I can find it real quick. Ghost Soldiers. Darn. Hey, anybody got the link? I can't find it. Let me see. I'll find it right now. There it is. Good goodness of grace. Now y'all think I'm playing. Listen. It's this channel right here. Listen. This channel right here. Y'all need to go there and subscribe. And they short videos, but they power packful videos. Look at this. Listen. Where you at? See this here? There it is. This is it right here. I'm telling you. And this video was from January, Ghost Soldier. But let's go to and see right here. Oh, yeah. He even got a he sampled me on this one. But they short videos. Look. They right here. The last one he put up was 8 days ago. It got 3K views. Y'all missing out on this. Y'all need to go subscribe. Listen, I don't know why Ghost Soldier would infringe on my rights on my channel by using my video. But Ghost Soldier is so on point. I just don't know why I would even be mad, because his truth is the truth in which I say out my own mouth. So, hey, take whatever you want from my videos, Ghost Soldier. I'm just going to tell the truth. That's just what it is. All right. Now, let's get back to this. Enough time spent on Karen. Darn. Enough time on Karen. So, here we go. He's on his way to state prison with 2 years in prison, 3 years probation, 2 years DOC, backed up by 3 years probation. All right. And he was charged 2 times for carrying a concealed firearm. Count 1, July 5th. Count 2, July 8th. Now, both of them was 45 caliber handguns. Now, we heard in the report that they said he had a rifle. I don't know what that is about, but it's weird how he is charged 2 times, one on the July the 5th and one on July the 8th. I really don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you get off a plane and you get pulled up, and the day you get pulled up, either you got 1 or 2 guns. I don't know. Maybe it'll come out later. I don't know. Maybe Cryptonomics understand that. Maybe Crypt can type in and break that down for us. So we got 1, or who else? Who else in here? Anybody know anything about the court system or judicial or how they do this stuff? Because I thought he got off the plane and they said he had something in his waistband. But according to this, it seems that he got the same charge for the same caliber gun. I don't know. So it would mean he had two. But why would he get charged on July the 5th and then July the 8th if they only pulled up on him on one time? I don't know how that stuff worked out. I don't know. But I'm like Johnny Do right. He should have stayed home with his family. He should have stayed home with his family. He was definitely set up. Absolutely. And I'm taking a slow roll with this. But let me speed it up just a little bit. So this is what the news reported after the conviction. Man who came to Daytona Beach with guns in support of Arthur Wallace get 2 years in prison. And this story is by Frank Fernandez. The prosecutor said an Arizona man chose the wrong cause to support when he flew to Daytona Beach to raise money for the legal defense of Arthur Wallace, who is accused of killing a Daytona police officer. But where Kentay Thomas, 32, really went wrong was bringing along 2 firearms, body armor and ammunition, and walking around with a concealed gun, even though his Arizona concealed carry permit had been suspended. Assistant State's Attorney Mark Interlico Jr. said, I may be saying that wrong. Circuit Court Judge Elizabeth Blackburn found Thomas' actions concerning during a hearing on Friday when she adjudicated him guilty on 2 counts of carrying a concealed firearm, sentencing him to 2 years in prison, followed by 5 years probation. When in fact on the document it says 3 years, so they got that part wrong. Seems to be. He received credit for 289 days. So you take 365, add it together, minus 289, and you got your number of the time he needs to serve, unless he gets some good time. Each charge is third-degree felony punishable by up to 5 years in prison. Blackmore noted that Thomas had only a minor criminal record and that he was not charged with a violent act. Although not violent in nature, they cause great concern for safety of this community, Blackburn said. The judge also ordered Thomas to forfeit the 2 guns and body armor that was seized during his arrest. Blackburn said she couldn't consider the charges in a vacuum and noticed that Thomas' wife testified that he was a good husband and a good father to his 3 children. Thomas was arrested on July 8th, 2021. Just 15 days after Arthur Wallace was accused of gunning down Daytona Beach Police Officer Jason Rayner on June 23rd. I'll skip that part. Kentay arrives in Florida. Thomas flew into Daytona Beach on July 4th with firearms checked in his baggage. Thomas wrote on Instagram that he was going to cause HELL, quote unquote, at the Daytona Beach Police Department, according to charging affidavit. I have no opinion. The charging affidavit also states that Thomas was affiliated with some militia, with the same militia to which Wallace once belonged. Wallace had left the militia by the time he was accused of shooting Rayner. Thomas was affiliated with the New Black Panther Party and the Not Effing Around Coalition, or NFAC, according to charging document. See, he pled no contest to this. Remember that. On July 7th, police saw Instagram video in which Thomas said he had a video of police cars stalking his room. According to the affidavit, Thomas also said in the video that if he ever decide to kick in my door, you all are in for some trouble, according to the affidavit. Police and deputies arrested Thomas on July 8th. This is too much. Police and deputies arrested Thomas on July 8th. Thomas was carrying a concealed firearm, but his concealed permit had been suspended in Arizona. One of Thomas' defense attorneys, China Lloyd, said on Friday that he never received a document telling him it was suspended. Lloyd called Thomas' wife to testify on Friday about Thomas' character. Mark Reach Mildew, 31, said they had been together for 11 years and had 3 children, 8, 5, and 4. He is the man that any woman will want, Modro said. A family man. He take care of our kids. She said since his arrest, Thomas has missed his 8-year-old daughter's first track meet, all 3 kids' birthdays, and Christmas. She said the children are sad and wonder when their father will be home. He was always there from day one in the home, there with the kids, raising them right. Muldrow, I'm sorry if I'm saying the name wrong, my apologies. He's the type of person that will wake up and be like, we are throwing a barbecue for the homeless today. Get everything ready. He's a people person. He helps. This is crazy. This is just crazy. The whole situation. Although not violent in nature, they cause great concern for the safety of the community. I'm sorry. The judge also ordered Thomas to forfeit the 2 guns and body armor that was seized during arrest. Thomas was sentenced to 2 years. Blackburn couldn't consider charges. Hold on. All right, that's a repeat. It says, cause hell, Arizona. He was held. I don't got to read that. I don't think that don't make sense. Talking about all right. I think we got that. We got that. We got that. All right. I got some stuff quiet. Okay, there you go. He travels like that. I think they're asking him. Let me see. Oh, that's the same thing. Let me just say it. He travels like that. During cross-examination, assistant state's attorney asked her about the homeless comment. Would you agree that there's a huge difference between, say, helping out the homeless and helping out somebody who is, they call them a cold-blooded murder police. Good goodness gracious. Yes, there's a huge difference. You see how they set that up? He asked her about whether she and Thomas had discussed him during Daytona Beach. She said yes. And you thought it was a good idea. What he was coming out there to do? Yes. You think it's a good idea to raise money for? See, this is what I was talking about on my last show. Although bro have not been convicted, they just throw that out there and they walk away because they already put it in the universe. Crazy. And bro wife says, I think it's a good idea to raise money for someone to have a good lawyer to defend this case. And then the lawyer goes again. The prosecutor goes again. Someone who murdered a cop. And then the defense attorney finally says, object, Your Honor. Thomas, other defense attorney Mike Mann says, ortho violence have not been convicted. That's after 3 times. After 3 times. But this is what I said about when Y2K said, that's hearsay, that's hearsay. Let me tell you something. Once you put it out there, it's out there. Object or not. That's a classic example of what I was talking about. Crip say, Morshrow TV. On the warrant, it clearly says Detective Tariq Hassame, police officer, wrote an affidavit that there was sufficient cause to believe Spite has gun. So they was watching him low key. After, let me count them. Would you say there's a difference between someone who helped the homeless and that's number one? Then he asked her, you thought that was a good idea? Do you think it's a good idea to make money for a cop? That's number two. And then the last one, somebody who murdered at number 3. 3 times before an objection, but it's already out there now, and that's how court go. It is what it is. Counsel rephrased Blackman instructed an alleged cop killer. Interlicio said, you think that's a good idea you think that's a good cause for him to take up? And she says, intelligently, so she didn't say that part. I said it was intelligent response. I think it's a good cause to raise money to get a lawyer for someone in court. Did you have any discussion why he needed body armor? She says no. So he took that on his own? He said, yes. He travels with that, she said. An assault rifle? Said yes. He travels with that. The weird thing about this, it never mentions the assault rifle. Maybe they dropped that charge. Did you notice that? Anybody notice that when I was reading that? It never mentioned the assault rifle in the charging documents, but it mentioned the assault rifle in court and the news report. But he's only convicted for 245. I don't know what that's about either. So don't ask me. I don't know. I'm just learning this stuff as you are. Hundreds of rounds of ammunition. Hold up. Let me go back here. Do you think why he needed body armor? So that's the line of questioning. Somebody had hundreds of rounds of definition of hundreds of rounds of ammunition. And she says shooting range. You see this? Okay. I got you. Morshrow TV, some states a rifle can be open carry. And Florida is stand your ground state, so they might be one of them states. There you go. Makes sense. Makes sense. They are big enough that they can't be concealed. Makes sense. Makes sense. All right. But they saying that he had hundreds of rounds of ammunition. And he asked. She answers shooting range. And another handgun, he asked. Yeah, he travels with that. She said. Under questioning by Lloyd, Mordrew said Thomas knew Wallace through social media and had met him in person once or twice. So, Morshrow TV, Florida statute 790.25 allows for open carry of a rifle or shotgun inside a private vehicle by a person who is at least 18 of age. Yeah, so thank you for that, Crip. Now, during her argument, Lloyd told the judge that prosecutor had twice offered Thomas plea deals. Once they offered him a year and a day in prison, which he declined. Then in March, they offered him time served, which they withdrew before he could accept, Lloyd said. Lloyd argued that Thomas had a right to travel and pass out flyers expressing why he thought it was important to raise money for good legal representation. So his lawyer is arguing that he had the right to travel to Florida to pass out flyers. And that this is the only argument of the lawyer that we see. That obviously, hopefully it was more, but the only thing that we see is that she says that once they offered him a year and a day in prison, which he declined, then in March, they offered him time served, which they withdrew before he could accept. Lloyd argued that Thomas had the right to travel and pass out flyers expressing why he thought it would be important to raise money for good legal representation. In these times and current day and age, there are a number of protests. They have happened and brought people from all kinds of locations, Lloyd said. This is not a unique or novel idea. Interlicio, I think I'm saying it right, apologize if I'm wrong, argued that Thomas was trying to do suicide cop or bait law enforcement into confrontation in which police would have died because Thomas was well armed. Is it suicide by a cop when one taunts the police so the police can take them out? This is a weird prosecution claim here. He says if they came through that door, he was going to get a few shots. So, I see what he's trying to say. He's trying to say, I think what he's trying to say is that he's going to bang out into the death. I think that's what he's trying to imply. Lloyd said Thomas did not do anything to bait police. Exactly. He didn't do anything to bait police. But anyway, let's go on down. This is when they locked him up. This is him being sentenced. Look at this. This is him being sentenced. That still picture is worth 1,000 words. That's worth 1,000 words. And he have to be there as his wife is in that courtroom with no Black Power support, no militia support. If I'm wrong and you were there, I will publicly apologize. But all the podcasts that he been on, there is not one person that was there. Not Y2 Kenyon, not Dern or Kern. Everybody like, support Spike, support Spike, support Spike. Everybody was in it for the money grab. Everybody saying donate for Spike. Let's not forget Spike. Donate for Spike. Let's not forget Spike. And much of that money, in spite of the donations, went into people's pocket. Because if you supported Spike, you would have been there. People spent money to travel back and forth, to march up and down with Grandmaster Jay. People spent money to go to Tulsa, Oklahoma, to march up and down the street. People spend money to chase ambulances. But you mean that this brother who made a horrible decision, a terrible mistake, that you wouldn't go there and support him? And what Cryptonomics say here, they're going to do the same thing for Ozone, sad to say. And you're absolutely right. This is the example in the measure of what's going to happen if you follow these frauds. Fortunately, he only got 2 years. He loved the cause more than the cause loved him. He was unable to decipher who was who. He was unable to decipher. And he went on pure adrenaline and emotion. And the only one he got is this strong soldier of a sister, his wife. The biggest blessing that he has is the soldier that is soldiering with him through this process, his wife. If anybody going to support, when the video come down, I'll put the link to if you wanted to support, drop $1, $2, $5 or something. I'm going to put the link in the description section when the video come down. I didn't have time to grab it, but I actually, let me see something. Let me see something. Yeah. Let me see something real quick. Maybe I can. So she says you can donate to, if you wish to donate, let me throw it in there for you. If you wish to donate and help the family out. And don't be asking what she's going to do with the money. She has 3 babies. If you put hold up. If you wish to donate, she has 3 babies. And I think one of the donate sites is freespite.com. I'm about to look it up in a second. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to look it up in a second. And there's no need to ask her what she's going to do with the money, $5 or $10 or something. And I don't think it's going to hurt you. You know what I'm saying? Ike made a bad decision. You know what I'm saying? But the children should not suffer. So here it is. I'm going to share this link real quick. Let me see. Here it is right here. So here it is right here. Freespite.com. There you go in his family. They're gonna track me. I don't care. Track me. Have your cookies track me. You know what I'm saying? Here he is. You see? Look at this. Beautiful young family. The brother just made a mistake. He made a bad decision. He made a bad decision. You know what I'm saying? He made a dumb decision. Let me do it in my cryptonomics voice. Man, look. Man, he just made a dumb decision. Man, you know, we don't sugarcoat here on Morse World TV. He made a dumb decision. It was dumb. Let me put the link in there. See. Let me see. Let me see if Crip will call it. Let's see if Crip will hit the link. And let me see what Crip say. Crip, did he make a mistake or did he make a dumb decision? Yeah, I know Crip don't put no coat on that thing. I mean, so this is where you can donate if you wanted to donate. And like I said, $5, $20. You know what I'm saying? And look at this. Look at this. Look at that smile. That's where you supposed to be at, brother. Look at this. Come on now. This where he supposed to be at. Man, what were you thinking? Well, it's only a minor setback. That's a minor setback because I'm pretty sure that every day he's considering this decision that he made. You follow me? And me being a father, a loving father at that, and he seems to be a loving father also, I'm pretty sure that this hurt deeply. So I'm hoping that when he come out on the other side of this, he will come out stronger, smarter, and wiser to make better decisions. This lady that he was on the show with is almost a half 100. This lady has been chasing ambulances, news cameras, and stories for over 25, 30 years. She should have been never able to influence this young brother. Never. But the only reason that she's able to influence young people is because people like us that know better don't say nothing. That's it. I got Cryptonomics in the building. Maybe Crypt can make some sense out of this. Brother Cryptonomics, before we get out of here tonight, brother, can you make some sense out of this? Was this a smart move? Was this a dumb move? What do you think, bro?
Wait, you all right, yeah. What's up, man? What's up? Long time, long time.
Hey, Crypt, the brother made a mistake. Or was it a stupid move? What?
Man, it is bigger than a mistake, man. You
He's
got three
30.
kids.
Also, he's 32. He has a wife. He got 3 children. He have a responsibility. Come on, Crypt,
Yes.
talk to me.
Yeah, he old enough to know, man. He's way old enough to know. And anybody out here, y'all been talking about Grand Sheik going in on these fake revolutionaries. This is an example, man. This is an example of what some of y'all getting caught up in. A lot of y'all got kids at the house, wife at the house, girlfriend, whatever. You know, this ain't the way. This ain't it. This ain't it.
Yeah.
And I mean, I hate that he got the time. I mean, a part of me is like, yeah, your dumb ass need to get locked up.
I knew Crypt was going to do
But
it.
I hate it. I hate that he's locked up. But he's almost like the example that people got to go by. Man, he got the crow.
Hey, Crypt, but you know what? The sad thing about it is that we know that in the big scheme of things, he was targeted and set up. We do know that.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
he was played like a fiddle. He danced to the tune of being set up because he did not have the proper interpersonal skills or social skills to be able to see it right before their face. But this is the purpose of Morris World TV,
right.
to help people to see that. Now I know he watched Morris World TV because back when I was covering Grandmaster Jay, everybody was on it. So I mean, come on.
Yeah, I mean, like I put in the comments, what's he gonna do? Go to Florida, open up a lemonade stand, sell lemonade, and make money? Come on, man.
Like,
This
how
is
much money was
20.
he? How much money was he actually going to raise or pass out flyers for awareness as one individual?
Right. I mean, I think that was kind of a cover, man. But I mean, I don't know why he went there. But the point was, he should have stayed in Arizona, Should have did whatever you want to do from Arizona. It's an internet age. You can do whatever you want to do. He's a smart guy. He could have
Hey,
did something on the
you-
internet.
and amazing that you said that he's a smart guy because he could have did it on the internet. When you look at his profile, he's of this generation. He was a technology specialist at Sears Home Services in Tucson, and Arizona. So being a technology specialist, also he was a customer service representative at AFNIA, which these are technical jobs. In other words, he's able to communicate properly. You follow what I'm saying? He's
Yeah.
able to use computers to his advantage. Surely he was on IG trying to be an influencer in the wrong way. So, like you said, wherever you at in a part of the country, you could have still did what you had to do.
That's right. That's right. And I mean, he's been locked up. I mean, I hate to hear a part of me. I mean, because hey, my dad was tough on me. You know what I'm saying? And so if I did something stupid, hey, I paid the price. He's paying the price for it. But I mean, to be honest with you, he already served 289 days. He got a little bit more to go. Hey, do your time, get out, and just learn from this, man. Learn, and a lot of people got to learn from his mistake. That's just point blank. If you don't, you could get worse than 2. You might get 5, 10,
Man, come on,
15
man.
years.
And I think, and for real, in the big scheme of things, it's actually, and people might don't understand this, it's actually a blessing that he got 2 years.
Straight up.
Because for real, with the climate of this gun era, this
Straight up.
militia era, and this reckless shootings all around the country,
Yep.
he is lucky that he got that. Now I just hope that he get out and rebuilds his life.
Right. Right. Well, he got to do that, man. And I mean, on the flip side, it's like you got these people out here like Big Shirley, Grandmaster Jay, Malik. I mean, they're the cheerleaders for this type of behavior. Now, where are they once he locked up? I ain't seen them come out say nothing. I ain't seen Malik say nothing. I ain't
Yeah.
seen Big Shirley say nothing. I ain't seen no Grandmaster Jay say nothing. I ain't really seen anybody say anything. But what I did hear is that they trying to spin it. It's like, yeah, we got to just uplift our revolutionaries, da 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 da. Well, y'all ain't really doing nothing. Y'all ain't
Absolutely.
doing nothing after you got convicted. So, but
Absolutely.
I'm gonna support the family though. That's just the right thing to do. I just hope he get out and do the right thing after that.
And I'll say this, Crip, when you listen to his wife, I mean, that's what we need. We need a podcast when crypto speaks. Man, I'm tell you, crypto the one that keep me balanced a lot these past few years on Morris World TV, because I be feeling sorry for people sometimes, like, man, and Crip remind me like, man, that was just a dumb thing to do. Grand Sheik, come on,
Yeah.
Grand Sheik. That was just dumb. You know what I'm saying? And so Crip do he did when Crip speaks. Shout out to the original people. But Crip, look at this real quick before we get out of here. Since you're here, give me like 3 minutes, Crip. Look at this. In this, we got OC the Great. We got Crystal Muhammad. We got Karen's podcast. We got General, and Kentay Sadiq. He's not there no more. And I have no problem with Delta, but Delta is in Florida.
Mm.
Why wouldn't you just go and support the brother? Why? Just some moral support?
I forgot about that.
Just some moral support? Why? This just don't look good for anybody that's interested in the camaraderie of this madness. Big Shirley chilling. Look at this. Let me run down this real quick. Imam. He don't show up. Big Bro. And I like him. He don't show up. Anubis. I think he a real one too. But he wasn't real to show up to support this young brother. He who think he's Khalid Muhammad, he don't show up. My bro, and I like him too. He the one that said he was doing something to Big Shirley. He don't show up. Pansa, not a representative with 100 chapters around the country, he say. He don't show up. BRLP, no show. Fred Hampton Gun Club, whom I like also, no show. No show. Hear what I say? And Malik Zulu Shabazz, no show. All of these people, for one, they can't raise the proper finance to even get a defense. Number two, they don't show any support when their comrades fall. And at the end of the day, bro and his wife and his children were left to be on their own. This is a sad state. This is a sad state. So with that being said, Cryptonomics,
Man.
give me some final words so I can get out of here. I didn't, if you know my enthusiasm level is different because I like the young people. You feel what I'm saying? I love the young people. Has anybody ever seen me in my free time like today? Like, I love to listen to the young people music. I love to hang out with them off camera. They really too raw to put them on camera all the time. Every once in a while, I throw one on. But I love the young people. And when they are taken advantage of, manipulated, because their mind has not developed to the point to understand that they're being manipulated, and even old fools too, it really makes me feel some type of way. But this young generation, they're gonna have to take responsibility also. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
They're gonna have to take responsibility also. So I'm gonna let Crip take us out with some final word. What you got, Crip? What you give us something good, bro? When
I
Crip
mean, man. I mean, I'm at a loss for words, bro. I mean, like I said, a part of me is mad, but the other part of me is like, well, you know, folks just gotta learn, man. But to your point about the manipulation, people don't understand when you get in these groups and they keep talking revolutionary talk 24/7. That starts to play tricks on a lot of these people that don't know who they are, you know, and what they want to do in life, especially these young people. And you can't be, I'm sorry, you can't be revolutionary 24/7, nor is there, it's not even required for you to be revolutionary 24/7. You know, there's going to be times where you don't have to be. You're going to be around your own people. You ain't got to be revolutionary around them. There is a time and a place to be revolutionary. And you need to be selective with when you are revolutionary. Otherwise, you are setting yourself up to be targeted, tracked, traced, followed, snitched on, anything, because you are revolutionary 24/7. So I'm just going to say, fly under the radar to some of these people. Keep your revolutionary personality low key and tight to yourself, because you don't want to make yourself a target out here. And it is open season, obviously, because I put in the chat room that this brother landed on the 4th. The warrant was signed on the 7th, but it was signed with them already knowing he showed the handgun on the 5th. So that tells you somebody saw him, and it has a detective's name on there. So they was watching, or somebody was watching that was with them people, and all they had to do was get the judge to sign off on it and arrest him.
Yep. Yep.
Boom. Case closed. So I'm just saying, people, you got to be strategic, and it's chess, not checkers. And you know, stop playing around with this revolutionary stuff. You know, if you don't go to your job, you ain't revolutionary on your job. You ain't in there talking about the white man on your job. So
They're
you
real
know,
nice there.
right. There's a time and a place for it. And so just remember that and be smart. I ain't saying you can't be revolutionary. Just be smart when you're going to be revolutionary and when it's time to go down. If you're ready to do whatever, then do what you got to do. But all this marching around with Big Shirley, 24/7 trying to act like you resonated, stop being a joke, because that's what you look like, a joke.
Looking real crazy. Look at this.
Straight up.
Looking real crazy. With that being said, thank you, Crip. We're moving on to bigger and better things. Crip,
Yes,
you know what I got planned for this week? Everybody going to be surprised and shocked, but it's going to be a beautiful week this week. And I see y'all there on Tuesday or Wednesday.
Salute.
This week. Salute. Peace and love, family. I'm up out of here. I got to get some rest. I've been live 3 times today. I taught a class. Did you catch the class, Crip? I had to teach to the Moors.
Yeah, I was in there.
Then I ran into some young brothers spinning their wheels, almost got hit. You peeped that?
Yeah, I seen that too, man. So, hey, you better watch out.
And I'm alive today, so I'm tired. But nevertheless, I would not change it for the world, because I am the people's Grand Sheik and I do it for the people. Be safe.
Talk, obey.
Oh yeah. That what they want? They ain't ready for that. They ready for that?
He says to Harker Bay, Toronto Johnson. I call for a Moorish court on brother Toronto Johnson and anybody who's riding with him with this scandal with these videos of me and my wife riding the people.
Check it.
I never saw my brothers and sisters serving these packages when I was with Daweed Ali and them and Taj and them used to come to Chicago.
I laid them old boys to rest. They was dead sleep anyway. Sleepwalking, they keep talking. I probably catch a charge and I don't care what any say. Yeah, I'm the people's Grand Sheik, and the people's Grand Sheik ain't seen a man I can't beat. Only the gods is my equal. You mortals, you just my sequel. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. I be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember, that's right. I be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. If you a friend of the Moors, then you a friend of mine. I was told to watch my enemies, now hold my line. Those that speak against the prophet, they speak against me. And I'm speaking about the prophet over Drew Ali, who was the first to remind you and bind you back to Morocco, the mountains, Mississippi, and Quebec. Told you you wasn't black, proved it was straight fact. You tripping off trucks, you need to be tripping off that. Now here we go again, acting like you a slave. Family, see y'all tonight, 9:30. Let's go. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. I be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the